What's up? Welcome to I Jesus Momentous. We've been talking about abiding in Jesus. John 15. I've personally been camping out in my life past couple of weeks. In John 13 through 17, reading it, soaking it in. There's a lot of good stuff that Jesus talks about: resting in Him, being in Him, abiding in Him. A couple of keynotes that I have found personally that's really just shook me at the core is, one, the fact that abiding isn't anything you make happen. Two, is that it's done in love. Those who love Him and keep His commandments will abide in Him. It's a part of that walk of faith. Three, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of abiding. It's not just one encounter. It's many encounters. It's many walks. It's many journeys. It's every day. Every day that you abide. The continuation. So one particular verse that I've been thinking about as of late is in John 15, where Jesus talks about 15:2, where He talks about, those who bear good fruit, I'll prune. Those who bear no fruit, He'll cast away. It's much better to know and abide in Jesus than it is to know and not abide, obviously. I mean, He says there, those who don't abide in me, those who do not bear no fruit, He'll cast away. I was talking to a guy at work the other day, and bless his heart, I have a huge heart for a lot of the guys I work with. They may not be Christians or not, but needless to say, they're lost. I was talking to this guy a little bit about church and stuff, and not even about church, just about the Lord. And people have vendettas and markups on churches, like they look at our faith from a standpoint of religion and church, and that's unfortunately that's the forefront of what people see, and so that's what they perceive. But he made the statement that I find kind of funny. He said, me and God have an understanding. And yeah, you do, huh? Is what I first thought, because guys, He's gone, He's lost. There's no understanding in that. You have an understanding of what? That it's okay to know and to perish knowing that you can have life eternal. Now, I don't know His heart, and God judges our hearts, but by the fruit, man, where's the fruit, That's one way we judge. God's given us that authority to know a tree by its fruit. Anyways, I'm not sure where that came from. That's for somebody out there. But one thing that I love about this is, one, that it's not anything that you do. You don't prune your life. I understand this. It says He prunes, okay? Jesus prunes. And you know why Jesus prunes? Because Jesus knows what He's doing, right? I mean, who would you want to prune your life? I don't want to prune my life. That's terrifying to me. Oh, God, what would I do to my own life if I knew that? What would happen? What would I prune? It's scary, right? You don't want someone else to prune your life, because, they'll just destroy you. I mean, who knows, right? I mean, I've seen people speak into people's lives, and it's just destroyed them because they were taking that place where it's God's call to prune what He finds fit to prune. And this is something that you will find in a relationship that is an ongoing process. It's not just, okay, I'm going to prune this today, and you're good to go. It's every day you draw more and more and more closer to Christ. You become more and more less like yourself. Like your image, it's blown away. It's gone, and you become more and more into the likeness of Christ. Because that's a mature Christian. There's a lot of signs of a mature Christian, but to ever get into maturity, you must first have what Jesus says, obeying my commandments. And those commandments are, you love me. You love me like the Father loves me, because I've loved you that way. And this love I've put in you. And we have that abiding love that longs to abide, that love that wants to remain. God has put that in us. It's there. You just have to receive it. It's not anything you do. You just go, God, I can abide in you because your love is in me. Though I don't understand that or what that's like, your love is in me. Show me the power of this love. Let this love motivate me. If you're motivated by love, what a powerful thing. Nothing's more powerful than love. Nothing. It's the only thing that remains when you die. Hope will be gone because you'll be in heaven. Faith will be gone because you'll be with God and you'll see God. But love will remain because God is love. Anyways, so God will prune you. So let's talk a little bit about pruning. Let's see. Well, terminology with gardening. And when I think about this, it's kind of funny. I think of the church as a garden. It's like God's garden. And he's kind of strolling through there, and he's checking out these plants, and beautiful plants, and he just happens to see like maybe a dead, like kind of a dead flower or a part that's just not getting fed correctly, and he just pulls out his scissors and snip, 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 goes over here and snip, 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 and I don't know why, I just kind of picture God as like this gardener, and he wants to shape us into what he wants us to be. He knows what's best for us. I can rest in that thought. I can rest in the thought that God knows what to prune, how to prune it. But the question is, am I willing to be pruned? Do I want to be pruned? Because when God prunes you, what's going to happen? Are you going to panic? Or are you going to be afraid?